hilarious. It's funny because I don't have a touch screen on my laptop, and I was touching the screen to get a button to go. What was I doing? Yes, it's doing this. Okay, so I think we can do a microphone check. Check. Microphone check. All right. We're a wee bit early, but that's all right. Let's try this one more time. Okay, there we go. That actually worked. I'm shocked. Groovy. Howdy. I think this might be in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. Man, I need to shave. Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm Woodturning, and I'm about to get ready to jump on this thing after I get a drink of water. So, just a quick reminder that this is live. If you have any questions, throw them out there. I will catch them as I take breaks in between turning. Oh, hey, we can actually get that almost over. There we go. Safety glasses. Maybe blow them off a bit. Alright, let's try this guy. Light. And then let's go this way. Okay. So I was getting vibration with my spindle gouge a lot sooner than I did with my bowl gouge. And I'm just going to say that it's because of the mass of the tool compared to this. It's helping with the vibration. You don't want to type this, but I want to say this too. Just a really quick, I just want to throw a shout out to Jay Penfield in Detroit. He has been promoting my channel to the Detroit area woodturners, and I really appreciate that. The more the merrier, I say. And the more minds that can meet, maybe the better things might be. I don't know. Depends. I got about half a brain, so I just had to do that because I remembered earlier, then I forgot, and then I just remembered just now, and I knew that if I didn't do it, I'd forget again to mention it because I heard about Jay. Let's see, it was Orange Dan actually. Orange Dan, you should check out his channel too, or his stream channel, however that works. He turned some really nice pens. But anyway, he let me know. We traded some comments on Instagram or some text, and he let me know that Jay, he'd heard from Jay about my channel. So I appreciate that, Jay. And Jay, if you're watching or you come on, this is the lathe. It's been working great. Thank you. Now I'm getting more out. It's taking way too much of a bite, which is why I was getting vibration. Too much again. Take about half that. I figured, hey, what the heck? Let's try that. Because I am going after this with my spindle gouge here in a second. And I got quite a ways I can go. But I have to adjust this feller. Been an interesting day. Got snowed on twice. Once in the morning and once just a few hours ago. But fortunately, it's still too warm for it to do much of anything other than get things wet. Let's see, am I clearing that? Yeah, I could probably go in a little bit more. Let's see. That's probably too far forward. Let's try that. No scraping, good. Make sure we got this bit. There we go. Get a chance to swap out this. This has been a nice little addition to my shop. It's robust collet system. Got to turn my handle for it. And now I just got to carry one handle. Although that may not be totally accurate now that I have thought about it for some time and actually use this handle. I may have to get another collet system just to have a slightly smaller handle for the spindle tools. But I don't know, man. I might just get used to using this all the way around. Anyway, this has been a nice addition to the shop. Let's see. So I'm what I'm doing here on this particular piece is I'm turning a honey pot. So I got the lid done and I've got it fitted. After I get this done, I'm going to turn 2 honey dippers really, well, I say really quick. Hopefully. No grinding. And then we will clean it off with this. This will be nice to get in that handle. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of this handle. I got to find a new tool pouch, and TC Schmo, a close personal friend of mine. You know, ever since seeing that, I've always wanted to get a chance to say that. Anyway, TC Schmo let me know one good option is getting artist paintbrush pouches. So they're just the tool steel. I just need a pouch for the tool steels, since I now have the collet system and a modular handle. All right, let's, I need to move this guy because it is doing me no favors over there. All right, let's check our depth. Should be yeah, sure enough. So I still can go, yeah. That's my wall link. Okay. So we'll just take it down a little bit more with this negative rake scraper that I've got to burr around all the way around. Fresh burr sure cuts nice. All right. Oh yeah, it looks really nice. All right, what's my depth? 2 1/8 by now, almost, not quite. We'll call it. That looks good. All right, you're done deal. Let's clean this up. Oh, actually. You see that? That's shavings I just pulled off my scraper. I'm always trying to pull shavings, man. Always shavings. I hate pulling sawdust and working with dull tools. It's such a hassle. That looks pretty good. All right. You are finished. Now we finished the bottom. Oh, no, one more thing. Except, where'd you go? Did I put you back? Did I put you somewhere else? Where did I put you? Why is my brain not working? Because it's not working. Where did I set that? That's bizarre. Did it fall off? All right, what the heck here, man? No. What happened to you? All right, you're not up here. Where in the world did I just set that? How quickly my mind forgets. That's interesting. All right, let me check around back here just to make sure it didn't disappear into the sawdust. Probably by me setting that right up on top here. I keep trying to remind myself not to set anything on top of the lathe. Because the lathe has some vibrational issues. Because the motor is right up front. All right, let me get the other key. Where the heck did I put that thing? That's really strange. All right, so I guess we're having some technical difficulties today. That is just the weirdest thing. And of course, I can't find the other key in the drawer where it belongs. You are not here. You are not here. I know what I'm looking for. You're not there. I didn't set you over here. Did I set you over here? Apparently not. Then it put it in my pocket. Well, that is just bizarre. That is really strange. Ah, there it is. Fell down to the shavings right here. Magically disappear before your very eyes. Let's see, where do I want it? No. Yes. Okay. So I'm being really, really judicious with this, very careful with this expansion joint. This is hard maple. It's been sitting around for a long time in a slab. A slab. Set you right down here. That's where you stay. And anyway, I found after turning it and getting into, there was a hairline split in the maple below the surface. So it doesn't go all the way through. The split goes about halfway through the thickness of this lumber, but the timber has been, like I say, it's been sitting in a slab form for years here in my shop. I just cut a chunk off of it the other day. Anyway, so I'm not worried about somewhere down the road this is going to destroy itself. I just wanted to fill that crack on the outside and make sure that it doesn't go all the way through. But I'm not really terribly concerned about this thing moving much. It's a honey pot. And since the crack doesn't go to the inside, I don't see an issue. Well, hell, I guess they could have done that with a blow gouge. Too high anyway. Pardon me while I make a momentary adjustment to my tool rest. You'd think this was set up all right because I turned a bunch of blanks last night. Here's a couple of them. This is going to be a hollow form. This is going to be a box. So I turned a bunch of blanks out of that piece of slab that I cut apart with a chainsaw. You know, why not? Let's just go for it. Save the edge on my spindle gouge, although it won't take long to resharpen. But I do know, having pulled my tools and used them yesterday, that I didn't have to sharpen anywhere near as often. In fact, I think I turned a couple hours roughing things out with one bowl gouge and one spindle gouge. I think I might have, I think I sharpened the spindle gouge once, resharpened. Honing seems, at least what I learned or how I learned to do it from Eric Lostrom, seems to really work nicely. All right, let's clean this up. And yeah, Dave, pay attention. There you go. So I don't hone all of my tools, but I gotta say, for my spindle gouges, it's pretty amazing the difference in edge retention. Yeah, I need a shorter handle for this. Or maybe just a little more space in the shop. Okay. I hope y'all can hear me all right over the noise of this lathe. I'm speaking loudly enough, clearly enough, enunciating all of my syllables. Making sure. The emphasis is always on the correct syllable. Almost, yeah, there we go. A little bit more. Let's throw some polish. Oh, can't do no polish yet, because we have to throw the signature on. Do it here. Now we can do this. Not quite enough. Don't want too much. Too much. Probably use that side next time. Set you over there. Yeah, you're getting in my way there, handle. Okay. There is the finished body. Time to change chucks. Well, let's look at the other side. Would that be easier to center up? Yeah, a little bit. Something like that there. Here. I'm being lazy. I don't want to change out the collet. That's a big bite. Lovely shavings, you know. Deep enough. Okay, groovy. Let's see. That's gonna be. Ooh, that's gonna be just about right. All right, sweetness. Close am I? I'm sort of close. A little bit deeper, but I can use my negative rake scraper for that, dude. So it'll give me a rounded profile that I want on the inside of this honey pot lid. Those lovely shavings. Really enjoy making shavings. All right, so I got a decent curve there. I think I'm really close on my thickness. I'm just getting a general. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Well, yeah, it's me. Yes, it does. It's me. It needs to be perfect, or at least as close as I can get it. What I'm going to wind up doing is cutting a notch in here for the honey dipper. So I want an even wall thickness, but pretty thin. Well, that's not bad. Okay, so I need to take this down a little bit, and I can take that down a little bit, right into there, I think. Try to make sure it goes back in the same place so that I don't introduce wobble or vibration. There we go. So I think that will do there. No, this has got to be rounded anyway. There we go there. And we're all the way over here. And all the way back here. It's a great handle for the spindle gouge and the bowl gouge, at least this particular guy. But I think I'm leaning toward making a slightly smaller handle like this guy for the spindle tools. It could stand to be 3 or 4 inches shorter, just so I can get right up in here. Without having to take everything off my lathe. Because, tools sit here and pencils and sandpaper. Oh, my. Yeah, it's all right here. Oh, I forgot to buff that. All right. Oh, man, yes. I got the nice fit. Okay, let's throw some polish on this really quick. There we are. I really need to do much cranking on this dude. And let's go grab my friction wax. Hey, maybe that's what I'll call it, man. Friction wax. All right. Finish honey pot. Yay. So I'm going to set this with the other 11. Now I have a dozen. I do have some, well, I don't guess it's not bad news, I guess. It's not great news. The guest that I had coming at her, the artist formerly known as Peach, is feeling under the weather, and I don't know if she's got an infection or or she's just stressed out over something that I'm not aware of. So anyway, we're going to the veterinarian tomorrow. So sorry, our special guest is not going to make it this evening, but that's okay. We'll just press on. Had to keep her. Well, I mean, she's either got to be outside. I'm taking the chuck off right now. She's either got to be outside or in one particular room with her litter box, because she's decided to. Nah, that's not fair. She's having trouble sometimes with bladder issues and letting loose, like wherever she's at. So, want to get her checked out and see. Putting a different chuck on right now, so I can turn some honey dippers. So anyway, yeah, I got to keep her in one room and with the litter box, and even that's not really guaranteeing that she's going to make it to the litter box. Poor kid, man, it sucks, but at least we were able to get into a veterinarian relatively quickly. So yay, I'm happy about that. Very happy about that, actually. Don't want my buddy to suffer, man. I know life is life, but I don't want my buddy to suffer. In as much as I can alleviate that. And I think I've got a problem with my lathe here on headstock travel. I think I'm getting some headstock shifting, and I don't know if that's actually the case. I may have to tighten the nut one, but this is pretty stable. But I seem to be not quite hitting center when I set my spindles up. Okay, well, I did make an adjustment yesterday, and it looks like the adjustment is still holding. So maybe I'm fine today. But I did notice I got some creep, sideways creep on the lathe, and on the other model I had in the very beginning, I had to learn, how to adjust things and all that, what to keep tight so it wouldn't do that. And I did that here too. So maybe I got to tighten the bottom nut if it does it again, because I'm not putting anything huge on here that's bouncing the lathe around. That's not at all what's happening. So anyway, let's get back down to the fun stuff. Here we are. Orange Dan. Hey, how you doing? But Orange Dan says, I misunderstood Twitch for a minute. Someone explained to me that the Restream logo in the corner doesn't mean that you aren't live. Oh. Hey, that's oh man, I could even see the confusion on that. Yeah, now that you mention it, I probably might be confused by that too, because it says Restream. But that's just the platform I'm using to get things to Twitch, because my laptop is too old to run the right to Twitch. My operating system is too low. I could do it on my phone. My phone is new enough, but I don't have cell coverage enough to stream it on my phone, or I'd be streaming out in my apiary too when I'm out there working. But I can't do it. It's really odd. I've got Verizon. There's towers everywhere, and almost everywhere in Traverse City and the surrounding area, I get better coverage in Kalkaska than I do in Traverse City, which is bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, I could see I could understand the confusion on that. I might have been confused by that myself. And your next question is, did you use a beading tool to do the side of that? Or did I do that by hand? Yes, I did it by hand. I put it away, but let's do another. Oh, here's another one. I ever since figuring out how to do a running bead in one direction instead of having to go, say, we'll call this a whole outside thing, a bead. Starting at the center and going down one side, and starting the center and going down the other side to create a bead. I go in one direction, and it doesn't matter which direction I'm moving. I just run beads that way, and it speeds up the process a ton. I can't remember where I first saw that, but it was not explained to me, how to do it or anything like that. But the first time I saw that, I went, "Hey, I got to figure that out, because that's amazing." To not have to go one side, you're going to move over one side, move over one side. And I don't even have to draw lines on the stuff anymore. I can run my beads as thick or as thin as I want and run them all the way down, because I've taught myself how to do that with a spindle gouge. I actually will do a couple of tiny beads on this honey dipper. So if you are still around, this shouldn't take too long, then you'll get to see how I do it. So I've already marked the centers on these, just one center on these pieces of timber. Sorry, my brain is trying to cross wire itself. 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Got plenty. Basically, I'm turning honey dippers at about 5.5 inches long for all the honey pots that I've turned. I just need to turn 2 more honey dippers, and those will be finished for Saturday. And then I just have to take tomorrow I just have to take all of the tops from the honey dippers, or from the honey pots, and then carve that notch in it so the honey dipper can sit inside the pot. And that won't take long. All right, am I at the right spot here? I am not. That is probably why I was having just the tiniest issue with vibration. So, Orange Dan, if I can ask you a question, are you part of the Detroit area woodturners? I learned, that's where I got this lathe, was from Jay Penfield, who is president down there, I believe. And I do want to join the club down there, just to have, like, when I go down to the VA or whatever, and I'm down in Detroit, I'll have a place to hang out with other wood turners and a couple other vets, because I know you got some other veterans. You got some veterans in the club there. Anyway, you say no answer from Dan yet, so no worries. All right, so I'm going to start this off with this guy, but I'm not going to end it there, because I like playing around with my tools while I do this. So I know I'm going to take off about that much. And then I need to go 5.5, so that's that guy somewhere in there. And then, hey, all bets are off. Groovy. So that's hello, Charlie. I thought that was tight. Good thing I wasn't that far into it. All right. I think it'll be close enough. Just a tad too close to the chuck, though. Was rubbing just on the very, very, very point of the tool rest. All right, so that's my end point. And I'm going to get rid of that material too. We'll set that up. Take this guy all the way down, like that. Really just need the edge there, but turn that up to that. Am I round? I'm round. So I got to make two of these. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one with a skew. And the spindle guys, because there is a spot on this when I'm doing the little beads on the. Oh yeah, you get to see that too. So let's see. I want. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. And is that? That is round. Okay, cool. I guess I should use this side. So I know there's a lot of trepidation about working with skews, and really, it really does. It's like everything else. It takes practice, but it takes proper instruction. Um, and I think, let's see, it was. Oh man, who got me started with the skew? I think I did it on my own, but I can't remember who. I really paid attention to because I learned a lot. Oh, Richard Raffin was definitely one. I thought Richard Raffin was a whiz on the skew. Let's see, do I want to make that? Hey, how do I want to do that? All right. Oh, lovely. Gotta love that. Let's clean this up just a touch. There we go. My diameter's not right. But anyway, the bottom line is spending the time with the tools. And that's part of what this channel is about, and part of what I'm about. Can teach you how to use the tools properly. I'm always doing my best to learn the best, most efficient methods to use tools. I practice with them a lot. Let me help you. Probably a little tall with the skew there. There we go. a little tall. That's all right. I want a fresh edge, so I'm going to work up here. There we go. Let's see. I believe I've lost my end line, but I think that's it right there. I'm just going to double check. Ooh, yeah, I've got some sapwood, and look at that sap. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. What happened here? Oh, we got a problem. It's not surviving. Clean that up. Let's go up here. Let's take a look. All right, that'll sound out cool. All right, so 5.5 was, yeah, pretty much that line. All right. A little long. Let's shorten that up. Taper that down a bit. And round it off. All right. You missed the spot, Dave. There it is. Now I can take this one, round it over this way. No, I don't like that. There we go. And I can take that in a little bit more. And a little bit more. That might be all right. Hey, get out of the way. Missed the spot. That all looks pretty good. Why are you squeaking? Like that. All right. Check something here. That's not coming loose. That's not okay. So, Orange Dan, I'm not using a beating tool. I'm just using a spindle gouge. And I am too high. Wow. I thought I was too low, but apparently thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. That sap in this maple. This is elm, and it's got this hard sap in between some of the growth rings. It's amazing. It's a really nice color. All right, spindle gouge. Oh, I should have rounded this off with the skew. All right. Well, let's just finish that one to round off the very nose. Come on now. Like that. I'll get way back here. I think I can. Clean up that bead a bit. And this one as well. Just ever so slightly. Now I can go back in here and finish that one. That'll work. So hopefully, Dan, that answers your question. I just go one direction anymore. I've seen those beating tools. I think they're pretty spiffy, and you know, if you don't want to learn how to do it by hand, nothing wrong with that. They come great, and I imagine they would really come in handy for people who have dexterity issues. But I've never used one, no. I could see that they could be very helpful for somebody, but I don't, because it's primarily a scraper, those bead cutters. That's why, I mean, I don't like using scrapers for that. Still, it gives you a nice uniform bead. That's true. So, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with using a beating tool. I'm not saying that. I just don't use one, and I don't have a need for one. but most of the time I'm well, I want to use sharp tools because I don't want to sand for very long. Pull it down. But anyway, part of it is I really enjoy working with my hands. I'm a control freak. What move? Nothing? Okay. Did it? Did something move? No, it's still nice and sturdy. So that, all right. Just my imagination. Alrighty. I really should do something about this. I swear I'm pretty high. I don't understand what my issue is. Let's go down 2 flats and see what happens. I'm having a little trouble engaging my cutting edge properly because I'm not at the right height, and because it's such a small, tiny space, there's not a lot of room to be able to adjust. If there was room, I could adjust my stance and all that, but with this little tiny space, I just don't have it. So I have to be particular about the tool rest a little bit more. And the rest of this will come off with the skew. Clean it down a little bit, and we go. Pull it down again. I can hold my tongue right. There we go. And onto this guy. Might be enough. I should have made that ball smaller. I still can. Nah. Little bit of Baldy's friction wax. Yeah, I think friction wax is a good name for it. Somebody's already used board butter. I think is that's something a little different. Then there's sex wax, and that's for surfboards, as far as I'm aware. But frictional wax, I don't think I've actually. No, that's all right. And I got this like really nice news from TC Schmo. He went to Aeromont to be a teaching assistant for Mark Gardner last week. And one of the classes going on in Aeromont was banjo building. And they used my friction wax. One guy used my friction wax on his banjo. And they said, man, it just made it pop. Okay. Put this guy up. There goes my sex wax. Because I set it on top of the lathe, knowing I should not set things on top of the lathe. I remind myself that over and over and over. Get it? Yep, I got it. Because I gotta wind up walking to the other side of the lid to pick the stuff up. Dang it. There we go. Just a wee bit of sanding. Not much really. I guess I could do that on camera, hey? That's done. That's done. Oop, oop. Okay, that's done. Let's get out Dave's sex wax here. There we go. A little bit more right there. Got a little residue on my towel, so I can use it to clean that up. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's one dipper down. That might be kind of funny now that I think about it. Market this as Dave's sex wax. That might be cool. All right, one dipper down. Next dipper. After we get this guy out of here, which my key should be right there. You go in that can. No, wait a minute. You were elm, so you're going over into the future resin bucket. There we go. Ooh, no, I did not mark that one I was measuring. Let's take a look here. So now I'm getting rid of that. Tra-da-da. Okay. And take that off the top of the lathe, Dave. Okay. I need to make sure. Yeah, I can't believe it. Freaking. Oh, you know, I had it set high for the skew. That's got to be it. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. One more time because I'm picky. There we go. I'm particular. Maybe that's better. Let's set the key over here this time. I gotta stop doing that. Center that up. So I don't have a lot of pressure from the tailstock in here. I just want my point in that center hole. I don't want to start pushing already because I don't want to push this into the chuck jaws until I've got to get a hold on it. Now I can tighten that up a bit. Away we go. All right, so say goodbye to the skew. Although I will have to use it just to part it off, but we're going to say goodbye to the skew. And we're going to mark our lines. Move that line. I'm going to take my bowl gouge. Unhandled bowl gouge. All right, I want this diameter to be smaller. Something like, maybe a little smaller. If you see what I'm doing, basically I'm using this just like a skew. This is 45 degrees where how it's pointed, more or less. I don't have to worry about the flute because I'm only working on that bottom edge. I've got no bevel that I got to support. It's no different than using a skew. It's just not a skew. All right, I got to measure this again. You can see I'm still getting a really, really nice finish off the tool. I'm not doing anything strange or unusual with the tool. Basically, it's a pull cut is what it amounts to. And as a pull cut, the handle or the tang of the tool itself is what leads when so you're pulling it along. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's back off of that a bit. I want a little bit smaller diameter or something like that. Well, probably closer to 45. Well, how much of that bead can I turn here? With the bowl gouge. Don't let anybody tell you you can't turn a bead with a bowl gouge. When you're turning the bowl, you're turning the bead. Just my bowl gouge is a little bit bigger than the bead I want to make, or at least this bead is too small for that larger tool. So I will just refine it with my spindle gouge. I don't really have to do much on that side. That's a really nice, that's a nice bead. All right, I'm just going to shave off the touch. And finish that off there. I think that's a little bit too big. All right, take it down some. That's about right. That actually is a nice shape with, all right, we'll leave that. I don't know, it may be. If the lumber wants me to go a different direction here. Well, yeah, I'm getting a little bit less vibration this way. So I wanted to turn from most vibration to least, but the grain itself is fighting me. Or rather, it's not fighting me, it just wants to be cut this direction. So I'm just going to go with it. Make it easier on myself. Almost got her. So I can take as light or heavy a cut as I want. I can even do it right up there in the very, very tippy top, but right now, I'm just wanting to use this part of the blade. Just about met it. Let's take that down. Come on now. Another sand out. Okay, so here we have my honey dipper. Are we round there? Yes, we are. Turn the bead here. Take that down. Oh man, this reminds me of wow. Talk about blast in the past. This reminds me of well, not a joke. How would I put that? A story, but I guess more or less a true one, but it was the lesson from the story. It got me. It just came to mind. So the story goes like this. Guy goes into the bar, thinks he's a pool hustler, goes into a bar, starts trying to hustle this old guy. The old guy catches on and says, you know what, I'll do you one better. I'll tell you what, let's increase the bet, let's double the bet, and I will use a different stick on every shot from this pool room. And he proceeded to clean the clock on the guy. It's learning to use the tools that you have to get results that you want. Let's measure this one more time. I think I'm a little long there, but I could be. Nope, I'm just an eighth of an inch long. So we'll fix that. up, out of the way. I need, actually what I want to do is taper this a little more. Just like that. And take that down to there. So alas, while I have now just turned a honey dipper with an unhandled bowl gouge and spindle turning, I can't do the beads with this guy. It's too big, too big. So this is where I'm gonna cap the switch, and I want to clean this up. I think, you know what, I'm gonna turn that into a bead right here, and I'll just go one direction. There's my bead. I need to blend this in, raise it up just a touch, and then finish this guy like that. And I imagine I could do it unhandled with an unhandled spindle gouge, but not really important right now. I made that bead a little bit too small. That bead. Now I can get this guy. Let's see, I'm just gonna fall apart. Now I can do this. There we go. That sap kind of giving me some. The sap is giving me a little bit of fit here because it's wanting to break apart. Up on this side. So a piece of that sap broke out. Yep. All right. No worries. Whoops. So let's do something about this bead because it's a little too big compared to the other ones now. Or tall, I should say, a little too tall. There we go. Oh, let's take that down a little bit more. Michigan Viking. Wait, I got to go back further. Oh my. Let me come back here. Hold on here. Wow, this chat has been on for a minute. All right, so I was working this things up once. Dan, let's turn this silly thing off. Possum Junior Viking raid. Oh, dude! Hey, wow! I forgot I wasn't subscribed to Viking. I don't know what Viking is, but hey, Dave, it's Joe from the NWMW Northwest Michigan Woodturners. Oh, hey, Joe, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. That juice only making you miss out. Yep. All right, so the Michigan band, we still love each other. That's what matters. At Paglo Hoker. Groovy. Hey, man, thanks for coming out and hanging out with me today. Very cool. All right, so that was spindle turning with the bow gouge. Got a really nice curve on that guy too, man. That was a nice cut. Fresh paper, yay! So NWMWTA, which took me a minute, Northwest Michigan Woodturners. Wait, North Michigan Woodturners Post. Let's look at that again. Turning Association, Northwest Michigan Woodturners Association. We normally just call it MWMW or TC Turners, or I don't know. I had to think about it, man. Welcome. Hey, man, you got to return my call, by the way, there, Mr. Viking. Whenever, schedules are crazy, and this week is insane. But we should get together sometime. I'd like to learn some things from you if possible, share what I got. It would be interesting to be able to put, if I can, put music on this broadcast, I guess. Oops, I missed that spot. There we go. One more touch up right there. One more touch up right there. And now it's time for the wax, which, where did I put it? Not on top of the lathe this time. That's right. Not on top of the lathe this time. I might get the hang of this. I don't know. What's the latest? The Mike 2 raid, Viking raid. Wait, man, I got to move the chat up a lot more here. Apparently I am. The Michigan Viking, trying to make you think some more. Yes. Thank you. Oh, I missed a call coming from you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but not a big deal, man. I know you're busy, and Mike this week's been crazy. but I answered your email by calling you. Because you left your number or said I could send. I guess I was thinking about maybe shooting you an email if the week went by. I won't be at the turners meeting this weekend because I got a show at Crooked Tree. But as you can see, sir, I've been using the crap out of this wax. I really, really like the way it brings the wood grain out. There. So that is another honey dipper. Let's part that off with the skew. Take it off a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to put this guy off. There we go. Tiny bit of sanding. That's good. Tiny bit of sanding on this end. A little bit more here. A little bit more there. All right. Don't have any wax left. Oh, that was sawdust. We don't want sawdust in there. All right, let's get just a touch of wax for that guy and that guy. Because I buffed it all off the towel here, apparently. There we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that is 2 honey dippers. So that part is done. What are we doing next? We might be doing a box. I don't know. I might be doing a hollow form. I don't know. I got to pick up what's next from behind me. No particular order did I put them in because they all got to get done. Let's shoot for this guy. It's a nice piece of maple. Wrong chuck. Am I using? Yes, I am. Because why not use the best chuck you can use if you have the material to use it? Wrong side. There we go. Now, grain runs this way and that way. Is it too small? Do I have to go to the other chuck anyway? Oh, no, I don't. It's just the right size. Holy smokes. Nice. So So this is the best hold in a chuck that as close as you can get the jaws closed. That is where it's the strongest, and I lucked out right there. Good to know you won't be in attendance. I likely have free time Sunday until, let's go back one. Made bowl number 20 today. Good for you. Gold is number 25 before December. Hey, I'm hoping that's for empty bowls, I'm hoping, but definitely practice too. So very cool. Good to know you won't be in attendance. Yeah, I got the show. Sunday might work for me. Maybe. Maybe. Find out. Love to hang out, man. I think it'd be cool. All right, I'm going to remove. Do that on camera. Yes, I'm going to remove the elbow poker from the lathe. Because the elbow poker and I don't get along. Yeah, dang, I guess this actually means like it's 2 months in a row that I have not been to the club for a meeting. Last month I was up in Hiawatha, or up in St. Ignace for the Hiawatha Turning Club, and I was their demonstrator. Oh yeah, we already tightened that. We know that. All right, so again, I'm lazy. No handle. I'm barely pushing with my middle finger. I'm more leaning forward. There. Yeah, that's a nice finish. We're going to leave that like that because that's nice. Oh no, I was going to put designs on top, wasn't I? On this one. Yeah, why not? Let's take a look at this. I mean, it is sort of plain. Yeah, we'll put a design on there. We'll turn some more, man. Yes, those are shavings. I think I'm going to. They're going to get in the way. Yes, it is. Yeah, I think. Oh no, I'll move it. Hey, there we go. Let's see. Let's make a bead here. Am I at the right height? I'm a tad low for this. All right, I will adjust. Make a bead there. This means I'll have to turn the other side there. And then I will start from here and work my way into that bead. Holy crap, I had no idea that would work. Oh, I just figured something out, man. This is awesome. Oh, man. Love it, love it, love it. I didn't realize I could do beads until just now. I did not realize that I could do a running bead in one direction on the face. I just figured that out. That is awesome. That's going to save like tons of time. Of course, that's also assuming the handle doesn't get in the way. So I'll put a bead there. Oh, dude, that is so pretty. Oh, man. I'm happy. I'm happy. I just learned. I just figured something out with the tool. Oh yeah, yeah, this is great. I love turning, man. Can't figure it out. I get excited. This is good stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. I had no idea. I only thought it was like on an outside. Well, I mean, technically that's an outside surface, right? But I gotta. I'm sorry. I gotta do this. I'm not sorry. I gotta do this. This looks really cool. I hope it can get close enough so you can actually see the bead structure. But I just went in one direction. Man, I've only done it on the outside surfaces like here. I've never done it on the face of anything, and I've always done the beads one direction at a time. I don't know why I didn't put it together, man, but I did today. That's awesome. Okay, so I am done with the front. No, I'm not. I got one or two details to address. Let's see. How about that detail right there? A little bit more. Don't mark it up, Dave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get another handle made and another collet system. This is great for the larger, the 5/8 and all that tools, but the smaller tool, this handle is just a little too long. But only carrying two handles is still better than carrying a handle for every single piece of tool that I have. All right. That was cool, man. I'm still riding that high. That's awesome. I love it when that happens. And hey, you got to see it live. It happened like right in your face too. That's awesome. You're done. All right. Next. Turn that off. Get this all prepared. That was just cool. It's like getting like the perfect cut. I mean, it's that level of excitement for me, man. All right, I'm gonna stop. I just thought that was like really freaking badass because I never figured it out before now, and you all got to see it happen. That's cool. All right. Speaking of handles, sorry, let me go back. Goal at present for empty bowls, the Michigan Viking says, is 25 to donate. Today was simply completing my 20th bowl since I started. Gotcha. Speaking of handles, can I, by chance, bother you for one? Was getting a new gouge from OBO Lyle this weekend. Yeah, man. Yeah. For sure. And then we go on to, that was such a genuine happy light bulb moment, right? Oh my God. This is one of the reasons why I really like turning, because stuff like that happens a lot. And well, maybe not a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's enough to keep me excited about turning. I've been turning for 8 years and I haven't lost the excitement, and that just took it up a notch. That's cool. I just was able to do. It's like doing a new trick on your skateboard, right? Not that you have a skateboard. I'm just saying, when I grew up, skateboard was a thing. I'm dating myself. I'm going to go back to turning now. Oh, TC Schmo. Sorry to be late. Getting ready for Friday sale. Yeah. Wait, I thought it was Thursday. I thought the sale was Thursday. Okay. I unfortunately cannot help you Friday either, although I would really enjoy the experience as we have in the past. But I've got a dental visit in the morning, and then I'm setting up Friday afternoon at Crooked Tree for the Merry Marketplace that's happening and opening for the first. Well, actually, it's opening Friday night, and I think that it's a ticketed affair, a gala, but you get the sneak peek at artists who show up Friday night. I think libations are included. Some kind of gala is happening, an opening, as it were. So I will not be there Friday evening. We'll be there Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Actually, I'll be there before then. But the show runs from 10 to 3 on Saturday and Friday night for those who are able to take advantage of that 3-hour window Friday evening, the day before the show. I'd like to be able to, but I can't do it this time. Or maybe I can swing it. We'll see. I don't know. Right now, it's a no. So as always, as you can see, I'm holding my sandpaper. It's just finger pressure. Even when I'm pushing against the wood, it's finger pressure. I'm not trying to cram the paper down onto the timber. Just cleaning up the tool marks that I left behind, which are few and far between. And just to reiterate, leaving yourself a good finish to start. Before you do anything other kind of surface prep like sanding or whatever, leave yourself the best possible surface you can, because all the work after that is easier. So as you can see down here, I think you can. Yeah, you can see that. I'm just like touching the edge, the corner of that. That's all the pressure I need for this because I keep my tools sharp. Sharp. Okay, so that's the lid done. I'm now going to buff that. Where'd I put the wax this time? Over here to the left, which in your view is probably to the right. Never figure that camera mirroring thing. Okay. Actually, I can. I think it is to the right, because if I show you printed materials from my side, I have to mirror the camera to go the other direction so that you can actually read it forward instead of having to read it backwards. All right, so not much of the wax. This is more really for Joe. It doesn't take much, man. It's a really thin film. It doesn't take much, dude. And with this, I'm just going to apply pressure and go back and forth until I feel that the grit is broken up and broken away. Got to work into the beads I carved in the front. Dude, that was so awesome, man. Golly, that was cool. I went for it. I thought I was going to skate right across the surface. Like, yeah, this isn't going to work, and they're going to see this on camera. Which, I mean, that's part of the gig. And then I was going to tell everybody, okay, kids, don't do this. So yeah, that was groovy, man. All right, so I did the front. Now I got to do this part. And if you look closely, I know you most likely cannot see this on the camera, but I can see the lines of the grit in this wax as I'm moving back and forth, and slowly disappear. And I'm waiting for that. Okay, they're gone. Just picked up some more from this bead, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I probably really should have done that too. So I'm going to, with a different piece of the paper towel. Let's do that. Not too much. Just need a thin film of this stuff. Yeah, that glow is awesome. All right. I don't know, I could be wrong. You might be able to see the little tiny lines as I'm going back and forth with this. Sex wax. I just think sex wax is hilarious. Um, yeah, friction wax. If you can see that in the camera, cool. I don't believe that you can, but now all that is gone. Looking down to nothing. Just pulled some out of the groove in the bead there. Now I'm gonna friction polish. Miss that bead. There it is. So I turned the lathe up, not full speed. I've only been turning top speed at 1500 the whole time. But I went from its lowest speed to 15. Oh yeah, I can feel it grab now. There we go. All right. That's the wax there. So we're going to part that off, and I'll show you the top part of this in camera. Let me get some more of that wax out of there. Didn't quite get it all. There we go. All right, so part it off. To part it off or not to part it off? That is the question. All right. Thursday, sorry to be late. Thursday setup. Thursday set. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it didn't compute. You know me. It didn't compute that Friday was actually going to be the sale day. Okay. I would really like to be able to help you out. I can't do Thursday or Friday. Makes it sound like a laxative. Unfortunate cannot. What? I must have missed something. Makes it sounds like a laxative. So, Dave's sex wax or friction wax. I was joking because sex wax, if I remember correctly, is a wax used for surfboards. Cool. So that's the top now. Here is the maple before that buff. So it really brings out really beautiful glow. Really brings out the features in the wood. I really like this wax. It's very cool. All right. So we set this aside for now. Then hollow this guy out. Which tool is going to be best for you today? Well, let's get the short-handled one. That is not at center, right? Maybe I was too low the whole time. That can't be. No movement. Okay. Ruh-roh. I am going to go mute for a sec. Now, unmute. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a call. All right, let's double check my depth here. I'm at 5/8. I can go a little deeper, but I'm going to use this guy just to get it down there. Whoops, I'm making a mistake. Let's resolve that so we're not continuing to make the mistake. I want tool rest support. Oh, I love shavings. Making shavings is awesome. Ah, golly, man, that's such a nice feeling. Woo-wee! That turned out nice. Oh, yeah. All right. So my depth is 5/8. So is it? Well, sure enough. So I can actually go deeper. So I'm going to go deeper. So I imagine Joe's probably already gone and all that groovy stuff. I really appreciate you coming out, Joe. Sleep tight, as TC Schmo says. I get it. It has been a long day. It's been a groovy day so far, but man, all kinds of weather except for summer here. That's not me complaining. Yes, it is. Yeah, I nailed it. Okay, cool. So let's clean up the very top surface of my tenon that the lid's going to sit on. And we'll just do that with spindle gouge. Take the sharp corners off. There we go. Oh. There we go. Yep, sharp corners are gone. I am going to clean up. I think there's a little wax right here. I couldn't get to. And I'll go ahead and flush that in there. Okay. This guy. Cool, groovy, man. Yeah, it's a nice little box. So another little salt box, or gift box, or herb box. Get the top turned here in a minute, but I want to clean the wax out of the bark inclusions here. Maybe I should take that on the road. If you can turn this with this tool, you can ride this ride. Okay, I need to touch this with my spindle gouge again. No, I don't need to do that. I'll just tilt this guy over. Just needed to catch the burr. Did that get it? Almost. Oh, I see. It's a little bit further down than I thought. I'll just cut it off that way. And now, yep. There's some wax. It was wax. That's out. That should be wide enough. Yeah, that should be wide enough. Where's my center? Don't need a death grip on it. I'm just taking the tenon off. Cleaning up the bottom. Don't be silly, Dave. Use the larger tool when you need to, even if it is unhandled. So this is all the shavings I'm collecting. I'm working one-handed because turning is finesse. What am I looking for? Oh, let's go with this guy. Finish this little bead feature right there. Shavings everywhere. Shavings for everyone. Ah, ha, ha. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I don't even take much off there. Of course, now I realize I'm going to have to do that about 100 times just because it's. Why didn't I think of it before? I don't know. Maybe it was a skill building thing. That's probably what it was. I really honestly thought it was going to skate across the top surface of this lid. If I tried that, running a bead, I'm glad I was wrong. All right, how do you look now? Oh, you are lovely. You are lovely, my darling. No rest for the wicked. All right, the signature. And other particulars. Now we need to. So I don't want to call it an abrasive wax because then like people get the wrong idea. And this is a friction. So maybe I'll go with that. Some thought-provoking things for Dave this evening. Who got the key? All right, let's take the wax out of that. I probably shouldn't rub it on my shirt, but because, at some point, well, I guess as long as I keep in mind that I shouldn't be near any open flames or I'm going to go up like a candle. Not that I have that much beeswax on my shirt yet, but if I keep this up, that could happen. No wax there, no wax there. Cool. Let's quite get it out of that groove. There we go. Nice. Oh, it's all over my hands. That's why. Okay, so we have that done now. Now we're going for this. There's the green line up right there. Ish. Right there. Wrong way. Oh, we'll go past it then. And that's about lined up the way I want it. See if I pull this up just well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Maybe if I just move everything over this way. Still centered. You can see I'm just finger tight. I don't need a lot of pressure on this guy. All right, so I'm going to say, yeah, it's right inside that. Okay. Cool. You're a done deal. Let's move you over there. Bring this guy back. So let's do the hogging off. About as far as I can do, I think. Yep, that's actually a perfect depth for this guy. Okay. Yeah, man, I might be able to do up on candles all together right now. No. All right. So that should be able to go right. So I left myself, yeah, about 1/8 of an inch. So create that. Yeah, there goes the pencil. Should not have been sitting on top of the lathe, Dave. Don't put things on top of the lathe, Dave. Hey, Dave. Dave, don't put things on top of the lathe, man. Why am I not getting this? I don't understand it. I must be slow. I don't know what's happening. Okay, there. Now it's not on top of the lathe. That's just to get us in the ballpark. for sure it'd be a lot closer than that. So very close. Shaving. Okay, so just a little bit more. A little bit more. Still too tight. That'll work. Now, let's see what happens when we take it out of the chuck here. That can occasionally change the dynamics of the fit. No, it's perfect. All right, cool. Well, of course, this is maple too. It can resist the force of the chuck a lot better. Let's line up some colors here. Yeah, that's a nice little herb salt box, gift box, whatever. That's a cool box. All right. Next. We're still at sleep tight for. So here's another box. I guess that, you know what? No. I've been waiting for this guy. So we're going for this guy. This. I must practice my hollowing. That turn couldn't have been any better either. Very nice. All right, get rid of that. Quiver handle guy. little bit closer there. This is the part where Dave should have brought a flashlight. Let's grab the air here. Oh, there's not much in there to begin with. Because it's still too small to get my pinky in. Let me go grab the flashlight, be right back. Sorry, folks, this is a crazy day. So I've got, oh yeah. All right, I'm doing all right. Doing fine. Just got to check in every now and then because I can't see what I'm doing unless I take the tool out of the hole. Interesting. Yeah, wow. So I'm going to grab, and this is cool. This is going to be a future thing too that I'm going to broadcast, which means I'll have to move. Oh, that's okay. Move my camera. But when I started learning to hollow, wow, I am totally not even close to center here. What's the deal? Okay. And if we can move this guy that direction, there we are. Straight. So when I started learning to hollow with a spindle gouge, this is a Hurricane 3H deep flute spindle gouge. It was actually pretty decent steel, and the price for the tool was really, really reasonable. This also used to be one. So in a future episode, I'm going to show you how I turn one of these old tools that, I mean, it's not really useful anymore. The flute's almost completely gone, so I'm just going to cut it off and make another box scraper. But, oh, yeah, okay, so here's where I was at. So in hollowing with the two of these spindle gouges, this is a Thompson tool spindle gouge. I'm not having to start as low in this direction with the Thompson, so I can start up a little higher, and it seems like it's a little bit, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit smoother. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I am liking the way it's working. Okay. Getting there. Tool's getting a little warm. That was a lot of shavings. All right, so I'm done with the wall thickness basically out here. So I need to work on the bottom more. Yeah, that steel's still mighty hot. Oh no, I don't. I thought I was dealing with a little bit of a nipple on the bottom, but it looks like I got it. Okay, cool. So let's see. No, I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to have to clean up that bottom. I hope that did it. Of course, with wood shavings in the way, how can I tell? Close. So then that would be right there. A lot of this is by, well, I don't know if a lot of it. There's a bit that's by feel. Okay, yeah, there is just the tiniest little nub on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to open this up a little more. Woo, that's hot. That's hot. Trying to get a cup of water. Not that cup. Nope, that's resin. You know what? Even better. Now, if this was green wood, I could pick up the shavings of the green wood and cool this tool down, but I just wet a paper towel. I'll take some of that heat right out of that steel. Okay, you cannot sit on anything metal now because you are a wet paper towel. All right, so yeah, I was going to open this up a little bit. Oh, that was a nice cut. See what that looks like on the inside. Pretty smooth. All right, let's see. Let's grab this guy. Find the center. There it is. All right, so I'm really close to my final depth on this piece. Nice. See that I did more or less oh yeah, that cleaned up real nice. More or less a scrape. Sorry, on the inside from the bottom up to about right there, and that really cleaned everything up. So I just got to work on. Well, I got a little bit of thickness to go yet. Let's see. Well, maybe not that finger. So yeah, I'm still pretty thick. So I'm going to, and that's not a personal choice. Clean up the hole a little bit because it's a little rough, and I don't want that roughness to influence the tool on the inside by bumping it around. Still got some. Now it's smooth. Clean that out. I got to be a little bit more careful now because the hole is a little bit bigger than what I usually work with at this stage. Check on that. Yeah, I'm getting my finger in there though. All right, a little bit more. Well, let's see where I'm at here. Okay, that's good. All right. The side of the tool steel is really burnishing that up nicely. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I'm going to leave that alone and work from here down. And that will be right up in there. Okay. get there. It's that guy. There you Come on now. Oh yeah, that cleaned up really nice. Okay, so I need to make a couple more passes. Right about there. Right. Yep, right about there. Ouch. Okay, that got that bit. I think I will hit that again. Just fine tuning the wall thickness now. And that's it. So I got a little catch on the, oh, of course. Yep, right there, in fact. That sucks. All right. Well, let's finish it anyway. Come here. So I'm nibbling off the nub on the bottom. There we go. Because I'm having a heck of a time landing on it. That'll be lovely. Groovy. All right. Smooth, pretty even wall thickness to right about there. All right. There we go. That did it. Key, who's got the key? So that's the inside done. You can see I got a piece taken out of here. I don't know how I'm gonna do something about that. I just don't know what. But I am gonna finish the bottom. Okay. Will you work? With a different key, you will. I don't know that I can grab that. Oh, I can. All right, so I'm going to do this with, okay, I'm going to put that bit right there, I'm going to put right in the center of the jaw so that it doesn't get squeezed closed between jaws. I don't need a super strong hold here, for one, because, well, I'm using sharp tools, and for two, I don't need to take heavy cuts. So let's put these here, get this guy out of the way. Let's grab the tailstock. Come on. I think that should still be okay, right? Nope. Let's do this. There. Okay, I'm going to take my 1/4-inch skew here and just give myself a little bit of the tone to sit this. Point from the live center. Sit right in there. That way, I'm not changing how this is rotating, and of course I don't have it tightened down on the ways. And I'm not going to push really hard against it. I'm just going to make adjustments as I need to, as it works its way in. Just adding a little bit of support so I can take this stuff off. Close but no cigar. Looks more like the curve I'm after. Come on, find it. There it is. Yeah, I don't know if I like this sandpaper either. I'm really on the fence about this sandpaper. I've had a lot of really good luck with this particular brand, but this particular grit just isn't lasting like I was kind of expecting it to from past experience of other grits. This one is not doing so well. So we'll skip that guy. Yep, here 220. This stuff I get from Vince's Wooden Wonders. this is really excellent and abrasive paper. Nice. A little bit of work to do down here. Oh, groovy, man. Look at the curl in that. Oh, golly. That's awesome. All right. So now I can get rid of the tool rest. I got to cut that nub off, but I am going to get rid of most of this stuff, this tenon, because I only want to take small cuts. And I could take the small cuts on this tenon, but it would, take me 5 or 6. Just to make sure I'm not damaging that up there. So I cut most of it off, and now just 1 or 2. So it is. I'm just giving my hand, it's really, really lightweight. I'm just giving the paper just a little bit of backing. I'm not pushing really hard on this paper. Not pushing very hard against the form. Okay. Wrong key. Oh, let's clean that up just a bit. I just need a light touch in here. There was some tool marks left by the abrasive that I just want to take care of now. I think I just added one. Okay. Nice. I like the shape even. That is very, very cool. So now we have mostly completed piece. I'm just going to do something about that, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it. But in any case, it's still a very good solid piece. Then we'll figure that one out, and then sky's the limit. So that's the next piece done. What's next? Well, almost calling it a night. Got that box, that hollow form. That hollow form, cherry and maple. And that one that I got to do. This should be fun. No, that's elm. Elm and maple. And I can see that, yeah, I'm going to have a little trouble. Well, it won't be too bad. Apparently, this was still a little green. So it has ovaled out here. It's not round anymore. And I can see, let me see if I'm looking at the right thing here. Did I just go past it? Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, so I thought this might be a stress crack, but that's actually a pith. So this has stayed round, but this did not. But probably only because, you know, when I glued it onto here, this was already, everything was fitted perfectly while this was fresh off the lathe. So this is going to be fun. But it'll be easy to round that hole out. And I don't need to clean out very much on the inside. Just need to make the edges of the different timbers match on the inside and then finish the form out. So cool. All right. That was a fun day so far. Got quite a few pieces finished. That makes me happy. That means that tomorrow I can spend a lot of time, more time actually, after I get Peach back from the vet. Unless she's got to stay there. I don't know how that's going to work out. I wouldn't think so, just for an I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Done. Come on. But I'm going to call that one a night because it has been a day. I will pick up where I left off tomorrow. Yesterday was but tomorrow, the day before. Plus, I'm tired apparently. So anyway, this is at the end. I don't have. I'm trying to remember. Did I have a piece I needed to finish last week, or did we finish it? I think we finished it. So I don't have a piece to show you this week, but that's okay. So we'll skip that part, and we'll just go right to, hi, I'm Dave. I'm a wood turner. I started this channel to help myself become a better turner. But I also started this channel to become a better teacher, a better demonstrator, and I want to help others become better turners too. So I teach, I turn, I have a blast. I lose my mind a lot. I talk out loud, but everything here is live, interactive, and in your face. It's happening as it happens. So you got to see my little catch there. I would love to be immune from catches, but nobody is. It doesn't matter how long you've been turning. Sometimes you can lose just that little bit of focus and get a skip or skate or a catch. And it's not because, well, it's because, you know, you lose that little bit of focus, and it happens, especially after long days of turning. It happens to everybody. It just so happens that it happens more often when you're a new turner. And it can be daunting and scary, but I can help you with that. If you ever get the honest to want to learn how to use the tools properly, I will show you what I found to be the best and most efficient way to use these tools and to make your stay at the lathe a lot more pleasant. And I mean, I know, you know, 8 years of turning and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. Fortunately, because I like it so much, it's not a burden. But you know, I on days that I know I'm going to turn, I almost leap out of bed. Almost. I mean, I'm almost 60, so I'm not going to leap that far. But I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to get out of bed because, hey, I get to do this. Or if I'm working with bees, I get to do the same thing. I started turning as therapy for PTSD, and it has done far more than that for me. Still Still great therapy. I need the therapy, but this is a wonderful way to do it. And so I hit up veterans all the time. I hit up everybody, but more especially veterans, because I think that if this works for me, it can work for other veterans as well. Art is therapy. Manual working, being focused in the now. That's the therapy that a lot of us need. The focus in the now, not in what happened back then, not reliving that bullshit, moving forward, getting on with your life, resolving these things as they can in the background, because your focus is in the now and the here and what's happening right in front of your eyes. And that has been some of the most excellent therapy that I've ever experienced. And so I want to bring this out to the world. I want to expose more people, as many as I can, to the possibilities of what you can do with turning. I'm just skimming the surface. I've been doing it for 8 years. I'm just skimming the surface, and I know it, and I can't wait to skim some more below the surface, like I did tonight when I got that bead right on, straight on the face at 90 degrees. That was awesome. I'm going to do that again and again and again, and to prove to myself that I can do it, and to prove to myself that it wasn't a fluke. And then once that gets cemented in my head, it's already pretty much there, because I went through the whole thing, but I'm going to do it again. And that way I can relate that to the people that I teach. So anyway, I want to say thank you very much for joining me this evening. I'll be back again next Tuesday. Have no idea what I'm going to be working on right now this week. I'm all focused on the show that's coming up on Saturday. So no clue. But anyway, it's more fun that way, I think. Just kind of throw a hunk of timber up here and see what happens, what comes out, and teach along the way, have some laughs, tell stories, whatever. I hope you join me, and I thank you for joining me this evening. And I want to say, stay friendly, be you, and be as happy as you can be. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you next week. Take care. Oh, and KT Breach, thank you for that nice comment. She said nice. And it is. I'm going to go over another couple seconds, because that's a nice piece. It is finished inside and out. It's just that little bit right there that I got to deal with. This is a good, solid piece. So I'll figure out what the hell I got to do with that. I'll fix it. And then that will be displayed somewhere. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you man, I try to tell people this all the time. Don't give up. If you're experiencing a bad cut, back off and start to cut again, because it's not going to get any better until you get the better cut started. If you start with a bad cut and you keep going with that bad cut, it's just going to chatter more and more and more and more, and leave you with a terribly torn up surface. Start to cut over. It's not that big a deal. It takes 2 seconds to pull back and start again. Yes, it can be frustrating, but anytime you're learning something new, it can be a little frustrating, because you think like, hey, I should have this. I should know how to do this. But it's finesse, and it's experience, and it's getting hands-on and behind the lathe. But you got to get the proper instruction first, or you're just not going to have the experience that maybe you're hoping for. And that's what I want to share with everybody. So having said that, now I can say again for the last time, good night. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And I hope to see you next Tuesday. Thank you.